Yes.
Is the last weekly update in the month of May.
True.
As we're getting ready to head into June.
Yeah.
Summer is upon us, y'all.
Yeah. This Sunday is our first week of camp. Our high schoolers are going to Joplin, Missouri for CIY Move. Then the following week is middle school camp. And then fourth and fifth grade, and second, third.
Yep.
So they're all here.
It's camp month. Camp month.
Yep.
And Father's Day lands on the 16th.
Yes, of June.
Of June. So be ready. Don't forget your dads.
Yeah.
Don't forget your dads.
There you go.
So yeah, just don't forget them. But also then the following weekend after that is a special family Sunday. This is a family Sunday you don't want to miss out. Even if you don't have kids, you want to be here for this. We're going to have some very special things to go through as a church. And then the fifth Sunday, we have something else that's special. So why don't we get into that real quick and talk about what's happening in June. We're moving into a series on Luke chapter 15. We've maybe talked about some of what happens in Luke 15 before. This is not a rehash of old stuff. We're going to look into this to see what Jesus is passionate about. Live video. And the series is called The Pursuit. And there's 3 parables in this chapter.
Yeah.
Jesus responds to people who are saying something about people who are coming and coming to him. And so there's this group of people that Luke labels them sinners and tax collectors. You know, that doesn't sound very nice, but that is how individuals are viewed, as those who are estranged from God or not following in the covenant footsteps of the law. And so they have compromised their Jewishness or their Israelite heritage to do something completely different. And so the Pharisees and scribes were people, apparently they were already standing there with Jesus, and they had something to say. They did not like what Jesus was doing. And then Jesus responds with 3 parables. One, he tells a parable of a shepherd who goes to find a lost sheep, a woman who is looking for one of her lost coins, and then a father who is looking for his lost son. So this is going to be an awesome series. But as this goes along, we are going to have a call to action for everyone in the church. It might be a little uncomfortable for us, I think, but we want to become people who follow Jesus, right? And so these things are meant to help us become better followers of Jesus. And then as the series progresses, at the end of the month, we're going to have an opportunity to share what God has been doing in our lives and the lives of the ones that we're praying for, the ones that we're pursuing. And we're going to share and celebrate those stories together. And so I want to prepare you to be thinking about so that you're ready when you come in on Sunday morning, that God's going to be doing something in your heart. He's going to be doing something in your mind. He's going to reshape the way that we think about our community, our neighbors, and the people that we work with, maybe even the people that we live next to, or the people who live in our home. But be thinking about how God wants to shape you to become a follower of Jesus. And so that you have a unique story to tell about God's love toward you, what he's doing in you, and God's love toward someone else that you are engaging in some way with the gospel.
Yeah. Yep.
I know I spoke a lot, but I didn't know if you had anything to add.
Yeah, so to kind of put a frame around all of that, so the month of June, we are taking every week, so there's 5 weeks to talk about the one. Mm-hmm. And that's going to happen the first 3 weeks through the parables Jesus shared that Nate just laid out for us. And then the 4th Sunday is a family Sunday, but we're going to actually walk through Starting Point, just used to be called Discover Osage, totally revamped, completely different and we're going to walk everybody in the church through this, kids, students, adults, and we're planning effectively how to do that.
Right.
And that day is going to be really special. And so you will be equipped and resourced to be able to have these conversations, to know who to talk to and to know what to say.
Yeah.
As you have these life-changing moments with the people in your life, those who are close to you, but far from God. And then on the fifth Sunday, like Nate said,
Celebrate.
we want to share in the victories. We want to share the stories. And please don't get alarmed by this. We're not asking you to get up and tell us about all the conversions
Right.
that you made. We're talking about, I felt the Spirit call me to finally have a conversation with my neighbor.
Right.
It maybe not even about Jesus, but you broached that barrier and you were like, you know what? No longer am I just going to smile and wave and go inside.
I'm
going to
gonna know their name.
and talk to them.
Yes.
And introduce myself and get to know them, right? Those are victories because you are stepping out of your comfort zone and you are opening a door to something that God can do down the road, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. And
Yeah.
we want to see that happen. We want to see this life start to stir up here at Osage Hills. And I think this is our starting point.
Yeah, yeah. So, and just to let everybody know, for as far as family service goes, there will be a participation with everybody in the room, but we also know that adults need to talk with each other. And so there will be a segment where section of the service where the kids go and learn the starting point
Yeah.
for themselves, because we want to equip everyone with the opportunity to have something to share in a way that is meaningful. It's an easy tool. It is something that a kid can convey. It's something that you can convey. Or an adult, kid, doesn't matter. Teenager. So everyone can participate in this, and there will be plenty of opportunity on that weekend for that. But yes, we want to celebrate, and we also, like Mark said, alleviate that burden of thinking you've got to close the deal. Otherwise, your story doesn't mean very much. Hey, look, if God's awakening something inside your heart to where you pray for them, that's a victory. You are following Jesus into something. If that's the story that you can share, you know what? For years I've lived next to this person, like he was saying, and I've started praying for them. Or I met somebody, I intentionally went somewhere to meet someone, to learn their name, and I've started praying for them.
Yeah.
And even in that short period of time, you could go back there and say, how did this go? Find out. And saying, I'm still praying for them. That's a win. That's a win.
Yeah.
So do not think that you have to have some amazing, huge story.
We obviously won't, say no to those stories.
No, we like them. Everybody likes them. Yeah.
But we want people to have an on-ramp here that is attainable and that is not
Small
so,
steps.
over the top that you feel like,
hey,
well, I can't
be
do
the
that.
perfect person right now. Let's just not do that, okay? We're not going to do that. But I'm excited about this. I'm thrilled about this. And this will be a great summer challenge, a great opportunity for us all to unite around the mission of Jesus, because that is why he came, right? He came to seek and save the lost.
Yeah.
And for those of us who have been found, we are commissioned to go and find some more. So that's what this entire series is about. That's what God is leading Osage Hills into, and we want to invite you to become a part of this with us. So service, 10:30, but groups or classes are at 9 a.m., services at 10:30. We will see you this Sunday.
Look over there.
What's over there?